Today on Public Eye News, former President Donald Trump cast the city of Detroit in a negative light while on the campaign trail, and later the elevator of a former gold mine in Colorado suffers a critical malfunction during a tour.
The one and only Beck Brearley will have your weather forecast for the next few days, and later Austin Graham has a scorching hot sports breakdown headed into the weekend. I'm Liam Eulen-Joy.
And I'm Bradley Seaborg, and this is Public Eye News. At a rally in Michigan, former President Donald Trump said the whole country would be like Detroit if Kamala Harris is elected. Trump's criticism came amongst other apparent compliments to the city when he called it a developing city. Democrats like Detroit's Mayor Mike Duggan were quick to criticize Trump's comments, citing Detroit's recent drop in crime and its growing population. Trump has lost Wayne County by huge margins in the last two elections, only garnering about 30% of the vote. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer says Trump's comments won't help him flip the county. You better believe Detroiters won't forget about this in November, she said in a post on X. All eyes will be on Michigan as the crucial swing state could play a major role in deciding the election on November 5th. And the Michigan Public Service Commission has approved a settlement allowing Upper Michigan Energy Resources Corp. to raise rates by $6.6 million. UMERC had initially sought to raise rates by over $11 million, which was reduced by 40% to $6.6 million. A typical customer using 500 kilowatt hours a month could expect to see a $10.51 increase to their monthly bill starting on January 1st. The rate change will increase annually until 2033, totaling in a $4.24 increase over the 8 years. UMERC will also implement a residential income allowance and senior bill assistance program, along with a law study to inform future requests before another funding increase.
After over 5 years of intense modification, Senate Bills 567 and 568 have been signed into law by Governor Gretchen Whitmer. That comes after they passed with overwhelming bipartisan support in the Michigan legislature. The laws have been championed by Michigan's Department of Education and focus on literacy and student support. MDE officials say they will strengthen the effectiveness of literacy instruction and intervention for Michigan students. The bills will ensure scheduled assessments and also provide training to educators to help more easily identify students with characteristics of dyslexia. They also ensure that literacy intervention is provided to any K-12 student who demonstrates those specific characteristics. And an increasing number of Michigan students are enrolling in career and technical education programs. CTE programs prepare students for careers in agriculture, skilled trades, public safety, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and more. The Michigan Department of Education is seeking renewed support for these programs in response to the rise in interest. The 2023-24 school year is the third in a row which saw an increase of over 9,000 students newly enrolling in the CTE courses. The past 3 years have also seen a rise in CTE completers at Michigan schools. In other words, students who finish a series of CTE courses rather than just a few. And crime amongst young people has become a growing concern across the country. In Minneapolis, Minnesota, one reverend is on the front lines fighting to make a change. WCCO reporter Reg Chapman has more. Take a look.
For 34 years, Reverend Jerry McAfee and New Salem Missionary Baptist Church have been on the front lines of helping community help itself.
Never stop reaching. And that's our motto. We never stop reaching.
This latest video of a 10-year-old behind the wheel of a stolen car, driving dangerously close to kids on a playground, has shaken police and community to its core.
This is a case, as there are others, where parents need help. It's not an issue of parents being neglectful.
So Reverend McAfee is asking parents to give him a call if they need help with their children.
But in order to help that child, you got to find out where the breakdowns are at and how we fix it. It's the community and the police working together for the benefit of that child.
That's why he is calling for all hands on deck.
Because I know what it's like to have your kid out there, you don't know where they're at, they're off into something that you certainly did not teach or preach, that they just fell into it for whatever reason. But if you just sit at home, I'm saying, let's get up and go get them.
McAfee, Salem Inc., 21 Days of Peace, and A Mother's Love are all groups willing to walk with parents struggling with their children.
I think one of the things that's missing in our community is that most people don't know about the resources most churches have, and churches are willing to help.
Some parents are reaching out.
And I've had 2 people in the last 2 months whose kids are part of these Kia Boys and Honda Girls, and they've been crying out for help.
Their cries have become louder after 2 violent weekends at the same intersection in downtown Minneapolis. A 16-year-old girl was run over and killed, and 2 men, 20 and 21-year-olds, gunned down.
The community organizations are trying to be a friendly face versus the police. And so when the police go in contact with them, they let us know. We go and try to talk to them, hey, we can walk you to the bus stop, just get on the bus versus going to the curfew center.
Since this collaboration, there have been no shootings, no deaths downtown in the past 3 weeks, a streak McAfee hopes to continue.
Y'all, come on, let's do this together. You don't have to do it by yourself. We'll walk it with you.
Reg Chapman, WCCO News.
Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with your weather and national news after this break.
Years of Austin City Limits with Maggie Rogers and Gracie Abrams.
Saturday night at 11 on WNMU TV.
Hello and welcome back. My name is Beck Brearley and I'll be giving you your weather report for the day. Looking at the campus roof cam, it's looking pretty gray on campus right now. Nothing exciting so far. Looking across the current temperatures across the UP, starting in Houghton, we have a high of 63 with mostly sunny skies. Same conditions down in Ironwood with a high of 62. Over in Iron Mountain, we have a high of 74 with sunny skies. Down in Menominee, we have a high of 73 with mostly sunny skies. Taking a look at the eastern side of the UP, over in Escanaba, we have a high of 74 with the same conditions. In Manistee, we have a high of 68 with cloudy skies. Over in Sault Ste. Marie, we have a high of 68 with mostly sunny skies. Same conditions here in Marquette with a high of 66. And currently, we are looking at winds out of the northwest at 9 miles per hour with a barometric pressure of 29.88 inches and rising. And tonight, we can see mostly clear skies with a low 49, winds out of the north-northwest at 9 miles per hour with a moon phase of a waxing crescent. And Northern Lights enthusiasts, the KP index is 6 tonight, meaning there's a high chance to see the Northern Lights. Get out and take a look. And tomorrow, we can see partly cloudy skies with a high of 54, a low of 45, and winds out of the north-northeast at 5 miles per hour. Looking ahead, this Sunday we have a high of 48 with rainy conditions and a low of 34. This Monday we have a high of 43 with a rain-snow mix and a low of 37. And this Tuesday we have a high of 46 with rainy conditions and a low of 38. Back to Brad and Liam at the news desk for more stories.
Thanks for that weather update, Beck. It looks like fall is well and truly here. Now for our national news. 1 person has died and 12 more were rescued when a mine elevator malfunctioned at a tourist site in Cripple Creek, Colorado. The elevator was descending into the Molly Kathleen gold mine when it had a mechanical failure and trapped the tourists 1,000 feet below the ground. An investigation into what caused the malfunction is still underway. Engineers worked to ensure the elevator's safety before raising the stranded passengers from the ground. The mine had previously had elevator issues in 1980 where multiple people were trapped. However, that incident had no fatalities. Tourist mines in Colorado must have their transportation systems inspected daily, but the date of the last inspection is unknown as records of inspection for the mine were not available online. The mine closed in 1961 and has operated tours ever since, offering visitors a chance to see veins of gold in the underground rock. And Stellantis has ushered in a host of new management changes as they try to revive their sales numbers. The maker of Jeep and Chrysler vehicles will replace their CEO Carlos Tavares and CFO Natalie Knight, along with new COOs for its North American and European markets. Tavares has faced scrutiny from U.S. auto dealers and the United Auto Workers Union after underperforming financially this year. A staggering number of high-priced vehicles sitting on dealers' lots has caused Tavares to try and cut costs by delaying factory openings and laying off union workers. The company announced Tavares will step down in early 2026 after heading the company for 5 years. Stellantis shares fell in value by 5% when the markets opened today. And in Florida, where Hurricane Milton just touched down days ago, millions are still without power as the cleanup effort continues. Additionally, the storm is thus far being blamed for the deaths of at least 16 individuals. CBS reporter Christian Benavides has more.
This was home.
Residents in Florida returned to get their first look at the destruction caused by Hurricane Milton.
I'm just gonna come and just rip away your whole life. You don't think about that. Home is gone. So home ain't home no more. So yeah, I'm very emotional.
The storm, which also spawned a series of tornadoes, scattered boats, ripped apart homes and businesses, and left entire communities underwater. The governor says more than 300 people were rescued, including this 14-year-old boy, after he was spotted floating on debris. Christian Burke rode out the storm at home.
It is chaos outside.
He says he won't do it again.
I felt like I'd just been through an incredible roller coaster ride, but it's over, I'm done.
At Tropicana Field, the home of the Tampa Bay Rays, the roof is meant to withstand up to 150-mile-per-hour winds, and yet still, Hurricane Milton's powerful winds shredded it. Yamile Barrio gave us a peek inside of her Tampa apartment from the window. Her furniture now partially underwater, but she says she's lucky to be alive.
Thank God nothing happened to us. There's more people that's worse than us.
Yamile and her neighbors say the flooding in her neighborhood began after Milton had already passed through. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, St. Petersburg, Florida.
We'll be right back with your sports breakdown after this brief break. Stay tuned.
I'm Mike Settles. On the next Media Meet, we continue our series of candidate forums with a focus on the Michigan House of Representatives 110th District, encompassing Keweenaw, Houghton, Ontonagon, Gogebic, Iron, and portions of Dickinson counties. We will hear from Democratic challenger Kim Corcoran and Republican incumbent Greg Markinen. The Michigan 110th House District Candidate Forum is next time on Media Meet.
Welcome back. I'm Austin Graham, and this is your Public Eye Sports Report. Starting things off on the ice, NMU hockey is back. The Wildcats are in the Rockies this weekend to take on number 12 Colorado College in a 2-game series. The 2024-25 campaign ushers in a new era for NMU hockey as Dave Shayak enters his first year as head coach. The new season will also see one of the biggest turnovers in college hockey history, as only 4 members from last year's squad returned to the Wildcats. The last time the Cats and the Tigers met was in December of 1996, with Northern holding the all-time series record of 31-22-1. Puck drop is set for 9 p.m. and 8 p.m. tomorrow night in Colorado Springs. Sending things over to volleyball, the Northern Michigan Wildcats defeated longtime rival Michigan Tech 3-1. Northern dominated the Huskies, with Julia Boma clearing the way with 5 aces on the night, followed by Allie Barlow with 4. NMU set a season-high record with 13 aces, along with their third best percentage this year with .285. Jacqueline Smith controlled the match's entirety with 18 kills, leading the Cats to victory over the Huskies. The win improves the team's overall record to 10-4, 6-1 in the GLIAC, boosting Northern to second in the league. The Wildcats will host Roosevelt tonight at 6:30 in Vandement Arena. Ending things on the diamond, the Detroit Tigers fell to the Cleveland Guardians 5-4 in Game 4 of the ALDS. Pinch hitter David Fry hit a 2-run homer to take the lead in the 7th inning for the Guardians, followed up by a bunt in the 9th to seal the deal and send this series back to Cleveland. However, the Tigers will have a shot to redeem themselves and advance to the ALCS in a win-or-go-home situation tomorrow in Cleveland. AL Cy Young Award favorite Tarek Skubal will be starting on the mound for Detroit in Game 5 with a chance to send the Tigers to their first ALCS since 2013. First pitch is scheduled for tomorrow afternoon at 1:08 in Cleveland. That's all I got for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, thank you for that sports update, Austin. Too bad about those Tigers, but their chance at redemption should be pretty exciting. What do you think, Brad?
Yeah, I'm hoping at the end of this surrender run, the Tigers will be the belle of the ball. I certainly think that they've got a great chance. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have for you today on Public Eye News. I'm Bradley Seaboard.
And I'm Liam Eulenjoy.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.